People in Texas, it looks like they're preparing for the coming of Tesla. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how some people in Texas are preparing for Tesla's coming and how they see Tesla as an opportunity for post-virus economic growth in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armen Hareyan from TorqueNews.com. I have a very interesting story to share with you from Joy Klender in Teslarati. And if you would like, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and if you can, please send us an applause to support our channel. That would be greatly appreciated. It's found next to the like button if you're watching this from desktop. Now, it appears that Tesla is quickly becoming one of the most sought after companies in the United States, with the electric car maker's speculated move to Texas receiving a vote of support from Fort Worth Mayor Betsy Price, who made a pitch to CEO Elon Musk requesting his company's presence in the Lone Star State in Texas. Remember, we have seen a mayor from Florida talking to Tesla possibly to move to Florida, the Texas, the Nevada, and even Oklahoma. And we have a report on that the governor of Oklahoma asked Elon Musk to talk about possible move to Oklahoma. The Fort Worth mayor's request goes past Texas being the new home of the world's premier electric automaker, Tesla. City officials see Tesla as a turning point in Dallas-Fort Worth's resurgence as an economic powerhouse in Texas, and the sustainable transportation company could be the spark needed to push post-virus economic growth, not only in Dallas-Fort Worth area, but also in Texas, entire Texas. Betty Price, the mayor of Fort Worth, acknowledged the inevitable loss of employment this virus situation, uncertain economic situation, is going to cause in her pitch. Quote, "Every city is going to lose some jobs and some businesses, so you've got to replace them," she said. Nothing that Fort Worth is ready to make an offer, but she said, noting that Fort Worth is ready to make an offer to Elon Musk. She said that in a tweet, and above all, we've got to tribalizing pioneering spirit and a community unlike any other. Tequila shots on me when you come to see Fort Worth now, says Betty Price in a tweet. Fort Worth also has plenty of undeveloped land, the most in the state of Texas, with 70,000 acres left for commercial use. Tesla's Fremont facility is 5.3 million square feet and only sits on a 370 acres of land. So the Texas city's largest unused commercial areas could be a perfect fit for the electric car maker, particularly its upcoming Cybertruck Gigafactory or Terafactory, whichever you would like to call it. Now, quote, "We have more green space than any other major city in Texas. We have got a lot of places to be built out still. We have a lot of older buildings and things that can be redone. We've got lots and lots of opportunities and lots of spaces. It spreads out. It's not quite as dense as some cities are, and right now that the lack of density is a plus for people," Betty Price said. Musk has been fielding requests from several US states, like I mentioned a little bit ago, for the past few days, after he hinted that Tesla's headquarters and future projects will be leaving California. Apart from Texas, Oklahoma and Florida, like I mentioned above, officials from there have reached out to Tesla CEO Elon Musk with other offers in the past. The Tesla CEO has been sparring with authorities in Alameda County over health officials' hesitation to reopen the Fremont factory, which produces the Model S, Model 3, Model X, and Model Y. Ultimately, the Fremont plant reopened Sunday evening against county health officials' orders. An agreement between both Tesla and Alameda County was eventually reached, which would allow the automaker to resume normal operations next week. Now, what does that agreement look like? As our Torque News friend and YouTube channel active member who always comments here, an electric car enthusiast, Dean McManus, wrote in one of the comments, I'm going to read his comments, it's a very good comment. It says, it looks like Alameda County gave Tesla some room to continue, quote, augmenting the minimal production this week, which could mean anything, and then allowing Tesla to open up Monday with their limited production with the safety guidelines in place. So essentially, there are few visible changes, but it provides face saving for the county, and Elon gets Tesla back to work with minimal delays and no jail time. Even though Tesla is going through active negotiations with Texas, I do not think that there is any practical thought of moving the Fremont operations to Texas or closing the Fremont factory anytime soon. I think that they are working on a plan to move only the Tesla headquarters to Texas or Nevada to build the Cybertruck and Terafactory new battery production center there sometime in the near future. I kind of agree with Dean on this one, but let me continue reading his comments and then we can talk about these things. As much as Elon wanted to convey the threat that Tesla would reduce production and possibly close the Fremont factory if they were not treated well, Tesla would be the most hurt if they had to stop production in Fremont for any reason. Do you agree with this, friends? I think so. Yeah, Tesla would be hurt very much because moving a gigafactory or a huge plant is not an easy task, and you don't do this in a week or even in a month. The Cybertruck factory has not even started being built, and yet Fremont is ready to keep producing all Tesla models today or starting Monday, and I do not see any changes slated to Fremont factory until well after the other new Tesla factories are built and ready to replace the automotive production that Fremont provides now. Similarly, the Nevada Gigafactory, still working with Panasonic, is now back up and running again. And even when Tesla starts building their next generation battery themselves, I suspect, writes Dean, that Panasonic's battery production will continue until the new batteries are being produced in mass quantities, and perhaps even after even after that. Thank you very much, Dean, for this great comment. I appreciate this, and I agree with Dean because moving a gigafactory is not an easy task. Let me tell you why, and then after that I will envision one scenario why Texas plant in California may be closed. First of all, like I said, it's not an easy task, and first, it's very likely that somewhere in Texas, likely in southern Texas, or maybe even in Dallas area, Fort Worth area, Tesla will choose to build its next gigafactory or terafactory. Some people call it a Cybertruck gigafactory, or now a terafactory, to build the Cybertruck, pickup electric truck, and the batteries for the Cybertruck and all the Tesla Zone 1 million mile batteries, about which I just reported a little bit ago. If you haven't seen, please check that out. So it will take a year, at least a year, to build that up. It looks like Tesla has very good support from authorities, starting from the government, going all the way to mayor level, and Tesla can build that very quick. Second, that terafactory or gigafactory has to start producing cars, Cybertruck, Model S, Model X, Model Y, and then even if they're producing that, the gigafactory is producing these models, why would Tesla close the California plant if we are seeing growing support in California from cool heads for Texas, and also if there is a huge demand for Tesla cars? Let's say Tesla wants to get to a point where it wants to build 1 million cars per year, and there is a demand for that. Closing that factory, and if the other factories cannot scale that up to replace the loss, it will hurt Tesla definitely, and it will hurt Tesla shareholders as well. But if by then, for some reason, the demand for Tesla will decline, that will be a different thing. Then Tesla may say, "Oh, here's a great opportunity to close my plant in California, to close my plant in Fremont, California." Why this may happen, I don't envision this happen, because these things, the demand depends on many things, on economic situation, on political situation, and also on we see more and more traditional legacy automakers start to focusing on electric car production, their own batteries, and they're improving. As time goes on, in 3, 4, 5 years, we will see. In fact, recently GM said that even this virus uncertain economic situation didn't stop them from their focus on electric cars, and probably I will have a special report on that one of these days. But as the legacy and traditional car makers, they grow their production of more and more electric cars, who knows, they will have a serious competition for Tesla. And right now looks like Tesla is ahead of everyone in terms of expertise and in terms of battery production, moving it toward its own battery production. Looks like second maybe GM, LG Chem. And but again, Tesla, like I reported this morning, because of its million-mile battery and the cost of that battery, is ahead of everyone. But if in 5-6 years other automakers, Toyota, GM, or others, or Ford, they make real competition in terms of quality electric cars, then it will be more difficult for Tesla to keep its advancing its advantage. See, for example, Apple was great, but Samsung is making great phones as well, and Android is a great system to work with. So this is the only scenario that I think will cause Tesla to consider what to do with its Fremont, California plant. But for now, I think Tesla may start building its Terafactory, Cybertruck Terafactory in somewhere in Texas, maybe, or Nevada. Texas, Nevada. I'm sure people in Nevada also want to have that second Gigafactory, Terafactory in their state. And then Tesla will probably move its headquarters. If it's Texas, it has the SpaceX, it has now the Cybertruck Terafactory there. But then the question of moving the Fremont factory is a very, very big question, and it's a long-term issue. And I think by then there will be more and more people in California who will come forward and say, hey, let's do whatever it takes to keep you here. We'll make sure that doesn't happen next time. Okay, friends, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about these movings and these expectations. If you are from Texas, if you are from Dallas or Fort Worth area, what do you think? What is the public excitement there? What are people talking about? And or maybe there's something we don't know, we haven't reported. Let us know in the comments, please. In the meantime, this is Armen Hareyan from TalkNews.com. If you are here for the first time, join our community, subscribe to our channel, and also like this video, and also please help us support us financially if you can by sending us an applause, which is found next to the like button if you are watching this from desktop. Have a great day. God bless you and stay safe. Take good care of one another, friends.